Hello and welcome back to J.P.s World of Wrestling. We continue on the Mattel Retros. And today we talk about a modern wrestler that I actually really do like. And it's this guy right here. This is Sheamus. I like Sheamus because Sheamus, unlike a lot of his modern wrestling counterparts, understands you don't have to go 100 miles an hour. You don't have to do a bunch of spirally turbo moves. You don't have to do a bunch of back flippy turbo moves in order to get over. That's not what you have to do. So I actually like Sheamus's wrestling style. He's a kind of a big guy. This guy would have gotten over in the 80s because he's kind of a big guy. He's almost 300 pounds, Irishman, but he does a lot of powerful guy moves. He doesn't do high flying moves. He does a lot of like devastating strong guy moves. And he became the world heavyweight champion kind of shortly after his run. I think he was a former ECW champion, but then he moved to the main roster and became world heavyweight champion. He actually beat Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania in like really a short amount of time. I think he like bro kicked him, and he his action move is kind of the kick. Now the kick on this figure is not as sensitive as it is on the Nikolai Volkov figure, but yeah, I like this figure a lot. It's a good figure. I like Sheamus's gimmick, where he's just this really tough, strong Irish guy, and he's had pretty good matches. And I've talked about this before. A few years ago at WrestleMania, I think he had the best match on the card, and it wasn't even part of the main show. It was part of the pre-show, but he had what reminded me of like an 80s enhancement match where the guy that he wrestled was almost like an enhancement talent, but he slowed the pace down. He didn't feel the need to go 100 miles an hour in the match. He slowed it down. He does a lot of like power guy moves and stuff, and he's good friends with Drew McIntyre. But yeah, there he is, Sheamus. I like him. I like this figure. I like the guy. I like the wrestler. And another thing about Sheamus is Sheamus knows what a good movie is. During a recent appearance, uh, somebody asked him his favorite movie trilogy. He's like, I don't know what's yours. And somebody said, oh, Harry Potter. And he's like, that's not a trilogy. It's not a trilogy, folks. Trilogy's 3 movies. And then somebody said Back to the Future, and he said, yes, that is my favorite movie trilogy. As you can see, my poster back there, that also happens to be my favorite movie trilogies of all time. So to me, that gives Sheamus a big thumbs up in my book. Like I said, good figure. That is going to conclude this video. So if you're new here, go ahead and like and subscribe and share on social media. And I'll see you next time.